Good morning. After a couple of failed videos due to issues of the technical sort, I haven't put out a video in a while. To bring everybody up to speed, should be closing on the house soon, hopefully this week. The solar setup is barely able to raise the EcoFlow a few percentage points. I'm going to need a lot more solar panels, and probably the high voltage ones, like the neighbor Dave was suggesting. Let's see. I had this all set up perfectly for the other phone, but that phone just stopped recording for the heck of it, right in the middle of the preview. Yeah, I had a perfect drive. I just had to give it some acceleration to get out of the parking lot at Planet Fitness, and it steered itself out of there. They get negotiated around people and other vehicles. And their parking lot is just horrendous. A lot of these parking lots I've found are pretty horrible in Nevada. Roads in general. Generally. I was going to put my shoes on, but then I was like, why bother? So where are we going? I'm trying my headphones as the microphone. So we'll see how that works. I guess we'll go back to Planet Fitness. Let's go back up Mount Rose. What the hell? Why not? It's only 30 miles. And it's not like I'm driving. Maybe we'll be able to see some snow up there. It has been snowing a little bit. Okay, car is off. Car is on. We're still in park. Drive. Like it's thinking. It's considering that we should go left. And I think I understand why, because my model doesn't have the support for actually smart summon. It won't go forward unless I give it the gas and tell it it's good. In the newer vehicles, it will actually back up a little bit so it can see what was on the ground in front of it, and then it will go forward. So as it's detecting left is good, I remember there was nothing in front of the car, and let's give it some gas. Okay, enough gas. And full self-driving is enabled. I was doing the same thing in the last video too, calling it gas when it's acceleration. It's going about 6 over the speed limit because it does not recognize these 10-mile-an-hour signs. It sees the people to the right. It's waiting. It signaled to take over immediately. I took over. What went wrong? We were just sitting there and it just freaked out. And it hasn't came back yet. Boo. Auto steer temporarily unavailable. Well, you know what that means. I ain't going nowhere. Now, after one technical difficulty to another. What the hell? First of all, I love everybody back home. Miss you guys. Hopefully, we will get out there to see you soon. Maybe in November I'll swing around. Be attentive. Apply slight. Ugh. So it doesn't see anybody coming from that way. The visualization is so much better. It wanted to get into the left lane for a second, but then it changed its mind. Then it's Leia. It signaled to turn right, which I'll sometimes do that, which, I could have learned that bad behavior from me or millions of other people. I think it's important to indicate which way you want to go. Maybe, maybe that was legit. It slowed itself down for the speed bump. It's 30 miles an hour, and it slowed it all the way down to 15. Apply slight force to the steering wheel. Okay. So what else can I tell you? The solar, $2,000. Amazon's solar and wind package from about 3 months ago or 4 months ago. I don't know. Nice slight turning force. Speed humps. Car slowed down again on its own for that speed bump. It noticed that the speed limit increased to 38, well, 35, so it increased to 38 because that's the percentage I told it I'd like to go over. Wonder if we do add stop work. Add stop Planet Fitness. Definitely got to hit the gym before work. Edit the trip. We want to go to Mount Rose first, then Planet Fitness, then work. According to this, we can go up to the top of the mountain. We'll get there with 60%. And we'll make it to Planet Fitness with 61%. Coming back down the mountain, you get all your energy back, as long as you're not driving like a maniac. So far, I don't know if that was an interaction so much as the car just bailed on for whatever reason. It just said emergency, you take over. So you do need to be ready to take over at any minute. See, like right there. I think the car tries to catch me sometimes. Now, for some reason, the car is not going 49. Oh, I know. It's a object aware acceleration. So if it detects something that seems like a credible threat, it will be cautious. It's actually getting over in the right lane well ahead of time. This is something that the previous stacks would not do. So version 12.5.4, the latest version, is pretty great so far. I was trying to keep track with my stopwatch on my phone, um, how long it was in between uh, steering wheel touches, because the 12.5 series is supposed to be the hands-free series, but because I don't have the cabin-facing camera, um, the car can't see me looking at the road. It needs to acknowledge that I'm looking at the road some other way, and it does that by flashing the white light down here or the red light if you got the quick one. The white one is very subtle. You have to be paying attention, but you have more time to look at it. The red one, you got like almost no time to react. You have to be Johnny on the spot with that. So for all intents and purposes, it would just be so much easier to just have my hand on the steering wheel. But um, for the purposes of the video, I'll just show you that the car drives itself. It's stopping and going on its own. It's accelerating and decelerating on its own. Um, all that I've done so far was give it a little bit of acceleration to get it to start in that parking lot. First time it did bail, but it wasn't like I had to take over. I mean, I guess somebody had to take over. I could have got out of the car. I would. Depends on the situation, because if everybody is in the left lane, they forget that both of these lanes merge onto the highway. And I like to, especially if that light's been green like that for a while, take it from like 30 to 60 in a real quick heartbeat from here to there. And swoop on people. But the easier, safer way is obviously to just drive slow. But see, I would have made the light if it was me driving with full self driving. I knew I was going to make the light. Not only would I have made the light, I would have been on the highway already. But the shortest light has been pulled for you. Put it in aggressive mode, or assertive, I should say. Um, I usually like turning on minimal lane changes for current drive. But let's just see what the car does on this one. Merging onto the highway. So yeah, the solar and wind setup I got on Amazon. Um, Autopilot speed limited for emergency lighting. So it thinks there's an emergency light somewhere. Maybe I'm getting pulled over. I don't see any emergency lights in front of me or behind me. I am going 10 over because I think the speed limit dropped down to 65, or it will shortly. And the car still thinks I want to go 10 over. Uh, Whatever the percent is, it works out to about 6 over at this speed. I think I have an 8%. Yeah, 8% speed offset. I don't have the wind set up yet because I didn't really put a lot of thought into that project. It was like I bought it mainly for the solar panel and the inverter and the batteries. I didn't really know what to expect from the wind, but I didn't know I had to buy a telephone pole essentially and try to put that in the ground about 10 feet. Or get a really good concrete base. I don't know what I should do. I thought about just trying to use 2x4s, but I think that's going to be too uh, flippy floppy. We want it to be a pretty sturdy structure. Autopilot speed limited for emergency lights. So people get these blue lights for their headlights. And the car, I think, sometimes believes that is what is up. If you've been watching the videos in the past, you might remember I was the car likes to just hang out in the left lane like all the time. I blame you guys. It learned it from you, not me. I always get over. um, After about a day of charging the two lithium iron phosphate batteries with a solar setup, I was able to charge about 10% on the EcoFlow Delta Pro 3 charging battery, which I thought would be nice. It helped prolong it. Um, it wasn't the greatest. I clearly just need about 10 more batteries and 10 more solar panels. But Dave will have better data, I suppose. I wonder if the car will get over eventually, or how many times I got to get past on the right. So far, I haven't been passed yet. Um, my Cybertruck delivery, they want me to pick it up in Michigan. I'm trying to work out Nevada pickup. Um, Still don't technically have a Nevada address. That could probably be a problem. What's going on with the property? Um, the well is in. We thought that the well would come with a pump setup, but it did not come with a pump setup, which is good and bad. It's good because we get to buy our own well pump, and they got some good ideas on what I want to get. Thanks to Nick, shout out, and I'm pretty sure Dave was talking about the exact same pump from down the street. Um, Off-grid lifestyles in the desert. So once I get the pump in the well, I need to probably make a well house first. Um, but Amy's thinking that we should just get the pole barn going. Maybe we should try to do both of them. I can't tell where that sound's coming from. Such a weird noise. And looks like I'm gonna get passed on the right finally. Look at you, Leia. You did this. Probably should a mic check. This whole audio could be worthless. Unbelievable. The generator, the gas generator, um, is powerful enough to fast charge the EcoBee and the EcoFlow battery pack up to 99, 100% from 15% in about 3 hours. And for a while there, we were buying gas every day to try and keep the place cool and provide electricity for internet and phones. Ah. Um, Last week we set a record with the generator and the batteries and the solar, um, using everything as best as I could. We went 8 days before we had to buy gas, and it wasn't because we bought shitloads of gas. We just had the 2 gas cans, enough for 12 gallons of gas. 12 gallons total lasted us 8 days. I was able to charge the Tesla at least twice, not completely, but enough to get to Winnemucca to supercharge on the way to work or slow charge if I had the time to kill. Oh, yeah. So, TI Red. My initial plan is to just drive the Cybertruck up to the EcoBee and EcoFlow, plug the EcoFlow into the Cybertruck, and I should be able to slow charge that from the Cybertruck and run whatever we need. So with enough solar and batteries, we can reduce the cost on fuel substantially. For about $2,000 so far in solar, and probably about $8,000 in batteries for the EcoFlow Toto, and at least 7,000. I got the EcoFlow Delta Pro 3, and I got the two expansions for it, two expansion battery packs. I can buy another EcoFlow 3 and buy two more expandable batteries. I'm hoping that the version 3 Powerwall will be better than the Amazon Special. Amazon Special. Changing lane is to follow route. Yep. Changing lanes to follow route. Uh oh. See if I have to give it any. Nope, so far it's been able to figure it all on its own. 6 lanes of traffic. No problem. Who you voting for? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think is so great about Kamala? What do you think is so great about Trump? I'll go first. I think Kamala is great because she's a woman and she's got a dark color. Other than that, I think her and Biden done a horrible job the last 4 years. The world is at war, two different major wars going on, and we probably did nothing to de escalate. If anything, we probably escalated things. We're sticking our business in other people's problems, like we do. We want to move NATO closer to Russia? What do you think? Russia's not going to like that. It's like we violated our agreement. Am I just a Russian spy or something? I don't know. People are people. I know that. And there's a lot of dead young men that didn't need to die. Some old people's stupid war about land rights. Who gets to call it theirs? Who cares? You can have it. Bye. Fight over it. We got other things to do. We got to get our ass to Mars, yo. We're astronauts. Astronauts to Mars. Word on the street in 2 years, the plan is to launch the first fleet of starships. Hopefully, we have at least 5 heading to Mars. Oh, man. I wonder if Elon's gonna put a bunch of Starlinks in one of those starships to leave a trail of Starlinks behind. So that way we could communicate a little faster. If you guys haven't been listening to Cat Williams, you might want to take a listen. What do I like about Trump? Well, I feel like I should predicate it by I voted for Ron Paul twice. I voted for Obama twice. Yeah. Um, I never voted for Trump. I typically vote Libertarian, or that's how I identify. I tried to at least. Um, the two-party system really doesn't want to have a third party in there, which is one of the reasons why I like Donald Trump so much. Because he's not the establishment. He knows how to play the game. He got shit done when he was in office. Before, he'll get shit done in office. Again, if we keep alive, especially with the dream team of people he's put together, It is clearly the the option for peace. It's clearly the option for intelligence. It's clearly the option for if we want real change. Um, Kamala and Hayden Harris, whatever her fucking name is. Uh, they didn't invite Tesla, America's most American made car, electric vehicles only. We weren't invited to the EV summit. Wah. Why was GM given so much credit for doing what? Leading? What did they lead? We're leading every metric that matters. They have prohibited SpaceX from launching their huge Super Heavy or the Starship, I should say. Um, Flight 5 has been ready to go for a month, delaying human technological advancements. Okay. I think we're getting closer to the top of the mountain. It's going to stop for the stoplight on its own. Nope, it's going to go. Maybe. We'll see what it does. This guy's still stopped. Whoa. I've been watching the heck out of Kill Tony. Start at episode 1, and you'll have years worth of content to go through. Still haven't found out what joke Hinchcliffe said that almost got him canceled. Trying my hardest not to fall asleep yet. I want to get to the campsite. Go to sleep. Fawn Lane. Want to stop for a green light? Howdy! Booyah! I might have to just pull over and go to sleep. Too tired to carry on. Birdos. The car emergency braked for birdos. Babes, you like that, don't you? It did not just charge directly into the the birdos. I should pull over, right? No, this is a horrible spot. Let's get to the top of the mountain. We can do it. It's gonna be the best vehicle to do it. 12.5.4, no interventions. Unless you got the first intervention, which I think was a fluke. You're gonna get out of the parking lot, no problem. I really almost fell asleep just now. And I woke up, or I came to trying to grab the steering wheel. Next 17 miles. Well, you do get some color change in those evergreens. Just a little bit. The car is careening out of control. So in Tennessee, they wouldn't have any guardrail on that road right there. Things have changed. Now, I don't know what it slowed down for or stopped for that time. I got nothing. I does see some shadows casting from the sun. Maybe it thought a shadow was scary. But it just slowed down. It didn't stop. And I didn't have to intervene. I could have, but I don't want to. 20-mile-an-hour curve. I don't remember any 20-mile-an-hour curves. Ooh, the car avoided the bicycler. It went a little over to the WL line to avoid that. Oh. I don't see any snow. Once again, super tired. Did I reach the top of the mountain already? Start to go back down the other side? I don't know. Feels like we're still going up. We're only at 65%, so maybe we gotta get to 60. Going into the sunlight, it slowed down quite a bit. Luckily, there's nobody behind me. Yeah, I keep seeing these shadows and freaking out. It can also see mirages. Whenever you see a mirage, there's a really good chance the car can see a mirage. Like there's a long road that kind of goes down over time. There might be a couple like ups in it, but you know it's going down. It's going down in it. That would have been a nice spot to park. I do kind of want to get somewhat farther away from the road, though. A lot of vehicles driving on the mountain. Road closed ahead. Winter Creek Road is closed. What's up with that? Too much winter? I think that's just white rocks on top of the mountain, guys. No snow up here. Yeah, I can see. There are some tree colors changing, though. Changing the yellow. Winters Creek is the road that's closed. Elevation 8,000 feet. Well, I really hope this whole video wasn't for nothing and the audio sounds good and I could have been asleep by now probably or watching some interesting video. Watching an episode of Kill Tony. That'd be nice. Mount Rose. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't want to go down there. That would have worked though. That was kind of a nice spot to park. I mean, technically we made it. I wonder if the car is gonna start taking me to Planet Fitness now. I think that might be it. Nope. Not sure where that goes. Be attentive. Keep your hands on the wheel. Remember these uh, snow sticks when the snow starts coming down. I better get my chains ordered. Definitely gonna run chains on the Cybertruck. Apparently, there's parking here, so I could just pull over and park. There's no parking here, though. This is the avalanche area. There's the summit parking, and right on the street, there are some decent bathrooms right there. Um, I've never actually used them yet. Never checked out those trails. Snowmobile access 1 mile. That's the that's where I go up. Let's see if it's still open. Eh, hope that wasn't it. I think that might have been it. Yeah, I missed it. Here, going to pull over here. I don't think that's it either. It's been so long since I've been here, I forgot where I was going. Just want there to be a little bit more trees. Now it said I was going to get to the top of the mountain with 60%, and I'm at 57. Um, Maybe because technically we were at the top of the mountain for about 5 minutes now. Looks like my spot's getting kind of crowded. Here it is. Okay. Hope you found it informative. Camp mode. Engage. Oh, you son of a